What is going on, everyone? My name is Brob and thank you all for watching yet another video. Unfortunately, I was not able to make a video Wednesday, but right now we are diving straight into the crypto. We have actually had massive pumps for Bitcoin and also altcoins. And in today's video, I will be talking about what is up for the next week for Bitcoin, what price to expect, what's gonna happen, and where are we gonna find support, resistance, etc. So okay, let's get straight into it. All right, so starting off by looking at the Bitcoin chart, we can see we have been forming some sort of bull flag pattern. Right now, we have been rejected this weekend from the upper resistance line, and we've gotten supported like a few times on the downside here. But yeah, this typically breaks towards the upside. So usually when it breaks out, this is a continuation pattern. We are in an uptrend, so we can expect this to break up above. And maybe if we actually measure this, it's probably gonna take us to around 100K, because this is like the same right here, the same height as right here. Might take us to about 100, 102, 104K, somewhere around here. This is the breakout target from this massive bull flag pattern we are having right now. Also, if we check out the RSI, we can see that we are actually came down quite a bit from the highs right here. And even though we printed a higher high right here on the 4-hourly candles, the RSI got down a little bit. So right now, with the RSI resetting some momentum, we are doomed for another pump towards the upside. So next week, I believe we are gonna hit 95.6K, which is resistance. So we can this is a Fibonacci level, so we can expect some retracement from this level. But I actually believe that we are gonna bust towards, and there's also another level at 103. Okay, let's put it right there. So that's right at the target. So what I believe is gonna happen soon for Bitcoin is that wait, let me remove these real quick, that we are gonna see a pump this week towards, maybe even towards 103K, or it's like the next week. But soon, what will happen, we're gonna break this, maybe like this, pump up to this level, and then we'll see a big pullback towards this level, I believe. Because typically in a bull market, what happens is that we come up to the highest level of the RSI and have a almost like instant retracement to the RSI, or the RSI, I mean the Fibonacci level, to the Fibonacci level below that. So yeah, I believe this is something that is gonna happen, is gonna play out. So we're gonna maybe bump up from this level, consolidate below, break out, go towards this, and then down and retest. And from this point, we can go up even higher. But this should be how I think will be most likely to happen in the future for Bitcoin. And also with that, looking at altcoins today, we actually saw Solana being up 10% almost. I think it's like up 8.5%. Nice little pumps, keeps on pumping, and I believe that altcoins will also see some more pumpage. Also, Render, one of my holdings, as you know, we are currently below the resistance level at 7.25, but some key things to look out for. We had this flag pattern forming, also a bull flag, just like the Bitcoin chart, but we've already broke above it and retested it a couple of times right here, and now are making a push towards the upside. And I think that next week we can see prices of Render at around $9 again. Because some key things to take note of right here is, once Render bottoms on the RSI, you can see a clear pattern. Here we see it as well. It's curving. Render typically curves when it's about to bottom and forms some sort of W pattern on the RSI. You can see it right here. We had this like this curve with the W, and here you as well, you have the curve with the W. And what happened after? Well, right here, this was basically the bottom and we went up. And also right now we have the same pattern forming. The RSI is a little bit higher, but that's to be expected as we are in an uptrend. And yeah, this could shoot up to $9 next week. I believe next week is the time. Also, if we actually zoom out on Render, let me remove this real quick. Now we're gonna zoom out and look at the weekly, and you will be amazed what you're gonna see. Let's zoom out and look at the weekly. Look at this, guys. This is something that just looks massive to super bullish to me. If we look at the weekly, um, if we can remove this one right now because that was just for trading. But if we look at the weekly, look at this inverse head and shoulders that's been printed on the chart. We had a downtrend. We got this inverse head and shoulders. This is the neckline. We are currently, wait, let me draw this a little bit more clear. We are currently testing the neckline, or are above. Actually, we are slightly above the neckline. We are right at the neckline. So once we break this, that would typically confirm a inverse head and shoulders, which means that price will reverse towards the upside. And yeah, I believe that right now it is time. Also looking at the RSI, if we look at the RSI right here, and right here, we are actually at the same levels, but they both illustrate a bottom for render. So on the weekly, this looks mega bullish, and this is something to look out for. Oops, my bad. For render. So if you're looking to go into altcoins, I believe right now is a good time to start accumulating some altcoins. Not financial advice, of course, but of course we all know that Bitcoin can do a 2x from this point and then we'll be at 180k. But yeah, it's more likely that altcoins, some key good altcoins, will do even more than a 2x and maybe even 10, 20, 50x. Render is one of those projects, I believe, that could easily go towards 30 to $100. So yeah, that would mean you get at least a 5 to 15x, which is way more money from your investment than, of course, when you held Bitcoin. And then lastly, let me check out this chart because the sleeping giant is back. Look at XRP, guys. XRP has been blasting. Like in 2 days, it went from 50 cents to $1.20, and right now is having a nice little pullback. So if you are a fan of XRP and you believe this project is the project that will go to the moon this bull run, this might be a good time to scale in, because we had a pullback. The RSI momentum has reset a little bit, still pretty high though. In my opinion, it's still pretty high. We could definitely get back to 90 cents, but with next week being most likely bullish for Bitcoin, I believe that this is gonna go up higher and most likely touch maybe around $1.50, $1.60. But yeah, it's getting explosive for XRP. People are looking at XRP. I posted some on my Twitter about XRP and it got massive views. So yeah, this is for me though, personally, I had held a lot of XRP and I sold most of it when it was around $1 in the last bull run. And yeah, I actually regret not buying in when it was like 20 cents. So, but yeah, right now for me, I think I have other projects like Render, like Solana, that are most likely will eventually outperform XRP in my opinion. But yeah, that's just nobody knows, of course. But XRP is still a good project. It's a big market cap as well, and it has been violated to the downside with the laws and everything. So and now that's all gone. Maybe this is the time to shine for XRP, but just only time will tell. Yeah, so that's the last altcoin I'm gonna put my prediction for next week, and then to end the video, let's look at the ETFs. We actually saw some outflows, which is just to be expected, of course, because it's also institutions need to take profit. We see that actually BlackRock nearly never outflows. We had some outflows right here, but after that, massive inflows. So yeah, this is just to be expected. And next week we can expect, of course, some more inflows than outflows, which will net a profit on the weekly inflows for Bitcoin. I think, I believe these like even with the outflows, it will for the upcoming weeks it will still be positive in inflows. So yeah, I believe the trend is towards the upside, and that's why I believe that we are going towards the upside as well. For Solana, let's the next target of resistance is at previous all-time high at $260. So yeah, this is something to look out for. Usually when a coin reaches its all-time high or gets close, it will see a big pullback. So Solana is looking good right now, but once we get towards 260, we could expect, of course, a pullback to towards maybe 200, or nah, 200 is too low, but maybe towards this level at around 223, because this seemed to be some resistance previous. So yeah, that's something to look out for as well. Yeah, this is for the updates for this week. I hope you have you got something from this, and of course, always do your own research. But yeah, for now, please leave a like or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.